Okay, so we're back now. A quick little walkthrough of the. This is the Rockwell 100 vertical mill. There's three versions of this. There's a horizontal version, which basically your arbor comes off of here, and then there's a combo, which is this machine with another horizontal drive off of this, which would be awesome to have, but whatever. It's not like I can't do anything with the vertical anyway. So, anyways, let's go walk through it quick for those who aren't familiar with it. You've got a single phase 220 single phase motor. It's forward reversing. This forward reversing switch is actually stock. It comes with. It's a furnace, I think. That doesn't really matter. Step pulleys that give my motor, which is a 1725, 6300 at the top end, all the way down to 370. For the time being, this is the way I'm going to keep it. I'm an industrial electrician by trade, so I'm going to swap out that motor for a little three-phase that I've got, and I'm going to run it off a VFD, so I've got infinite control for the spindle speeds. Features. We have your typical quill. This machine only has, interestingly enough, 2.5 inches worth of throw on the quill. And I say interesting because I'll get back to it in a minute. The other neat aspect is it's got a fine feed rate as well. So if you're doing like a boring operation, just pop that out of there, and then you can actually move the quill with this handheld little guy. I don't know if I'm moving it or not. Yeah, oh, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. It's moving. That's how fine it is. Probably see it easier by the handle moving over there. Yeah, see it moves. Anyways, there was an option for this to be back driven. There was a little motor that you could get on here, had a little speed pod on it, and you could drive this boring feature. Well, not boring feature, fine feature. I'm probably going to try and rig something up to that eventually as well. I know I'm not going to find the original parts, but I'm pretty handy. I'm sure I could figure out something. Now we're actually, before I get away from the head, the other thing this happens is this head cants. So I can turn it a full 90 this way if I want to. I've got the breakdown for the angles here, all the way from 90 to 90. That happens by taking, right now, a little Allen key, backing these two guys off, and there's a worm gear drive in here, right in the back there. And you give that a couple cranks, and this turns. Now, it doesn't move as smoothly as the literature says it does, so I'm a little concerned maybe something's gone on in the background. I don't know that for certain, but I'm taking it apart anyway. The previous owner, I wanted this auction, but the previous owner apparently did pattern making with it, and which is very evident. There's dust everywhere. There's some metal filings in there, not a lot, but tons of dust, wood dust. So I don't doubt it. All the ways move very smoothly. The knee moves great. Full range of motion. No binding. No nothing. The lockdowns aren't the best. I don't know if I need to worry about that, but they're not the best. Other options this machine came with that I don't have is power feed. They had a power feed for the X. I don't have it. Again, I'll try to work it in, whatever. But it's all rigged up for coolant. There's plumbing for coolant here and here, and I believe there's a hole. Yeah, over here. So the catch tree's got a hole. So if you want to put a coolant pump inside this cabinet down in here, it came with an angle plate. Put a coolant pump down in here if you wanted to. I've never been a big coolant user, and honestly, for my space, I don't know if I'm going to bother, but you never know. It's something to consider. As far as condition goes, the bed, there's really only two notable blems. There's this little guy here. Yeah, I know. How nice is that? And somebody took a track off of this, and they had the head canted. You can tell by the path, but it's very light. It's barely in there. I don't even know if I'll bother trying to clean it up. It's in amazing condition. Everything moves incredibly smoothly. There's no issues anywhere. I didn't get it cheap. I didn't get it by my bottom feeding standards, but I did get it nonetheless. The interesting thing, like I said about the 2.5 inches here, all these my dials are in metric. So I'm not too sure what happened. Maybe he did an upgrade, This being a U.S. machine, you never know. I didn't know if they sold directly to the Canadian market or not. But yeah, they're all metric, 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 and metric, excluding this. It seemed a little weird. But anyway, so I'm gonna fire it up. Um, right now I'm at, what am I at? 42? Oh no, one more now. So I'm at 20. What the heck am I? Yeah, okay. So I'm at 24, 2440. So I'm gonna plug this in quick, and bear with me for a second. There we go. So single phase 120. I'm gonna fire it up. It makes a little bit of noise. I'm not too sure what it's from. I think a bearing in the motor. So what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm thinking that's motor. I'll wait for this to stop. Okay, well, it works. Light works too. Look at that. Okay, so that's stopped. So I'm gonna loosen this off. Pull this back. That belt's not too loose. I really want to try and run it without the belt on it. But I don't think it's going to be letting me do that. It's still... Try it anyway. See what happens. That's a bit smoother, actually. I'm wondering if I'm more bearings going on the motor. Brake. Yeah, maybe a little slop in the even a little wonky as well. Anyway, so she works. Everything looks fine. Works fantastic. Goes in both directions. It's wired up right. So I'm going to tear this down. Sorry for the lengthy video, but here's my new mill. So we are about an hour or so later. And so there's the base, the main base. I don't know if I'm going to bother taking the tin off. It's So we're not going to make too much of a difference in the lift. Um, I believe I'm going to take the mobile base off. I'm going to park it in my corner and be done with it. I don't see the need in the mobile base. There's the main column. From the time lapse that I had it rigged up there, and I pulled it off of this base. Fortunately, my camera angle, you didn't actually see the fun part of it, but hey, whatever. There's the knee. Um, I put I was heavier than I expected it to be, but I could still manage it. I'm still not 100% sure I'm going to put it back together. I'm going to take it apart now that I've got it off. It'd be easier to work on, and I'll see how I'm going to reassemble that. The rest of the bits and pieces are over here. There's the table. There's the Y screw. I got everything back on. Like it was a Woodruff key. I got that tape back on there. The head, the motor. That's pretty much it. Little bits and handles and over there. Um, yeah, it went fairly smoothly. I got a little cleanup I need to do there. It's a fall day in all its glory. If it was a little bit warmer, I might try to paint that, but yeah, as it is, I don't need to. And for how well that came apart, I think I might get a little rambunctious and see if I can get all the bits and pieces downstairs. Don't think I can manage that by myself. That's pretty heavy. I guess there is the possibility without the mobile base, I can lay that down on its back, bolt that up, and then maybe stand it up. That's a possibility. Maybe I'll try that. But I need to make some room downstairs anyway. I've got a few hours before I have to go over to the in-laws for yet another Thanksgiving dinner. So there's my update. Looking good. Everything's going so far. Oh, one bit of damage that I noticed. This gear This gear goes on the back of the headstock column. The time-lapse video was so quick you probably didn't see me playing with it too much, but it's keyed and it slips onto that column. And this is what's driven by. You saw me take this housing off really quickly when I pulled the main column off. This is aluminum. I didn't want to damage it, so I pulled that off. And this is inside here. There we go. So we got a worm gear that you turn that. Well, ouch, ouch. A few bits of ouch in here. I'm gonna zoom in there. Anyway, so this is trash. It's keyed, so it only goes on one way. And anywho, so this is gonna have to get replaced. It's aluminum. It's pretty light duty metal. I don't know why they use such a light duty metal, but anyway, so this is gonna have to get changed. It's not the end of the world. I'll park it at 90 for the time being. I don't cant ahead very often, so maybe I'll make this one of my projects with the mill once I get it up and running. So there you go. So far, that's the only real damage. This wasn't caused by me, but there's a bunch of people playing with it. I can't tell how recent it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened at the auction. Anyway, so that's the worst of it. All in all, pretty good. Thanks for watching, and I'll throw something together, me putting it back in the basement. Talk to you soon.